Thank you for teaching us.
Thank you for believing in us.
That's lovely. That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you for you for learning. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Beautiful.
Literacy is important not just for the individual, but for the society and for the development of the community. Now, this day was proclaimed in 1965 by UNESCO, and it has been celebrated every year from 1965. So 2016 marks the 50th celebration of the International Literacy Day. And this year, we're lucky to have the support of the USAID to celebrate this day in the whole of Adamawa State. The theme for this year's celebration is reading the past, writing the future. Now, reading the past means looking at what has been done in the past and trying to chart a way to move forward. So what we've tried to do in celebrating it in terms of bringing reading the past and writing the future to the level of these children is to get them to read a book that's like a folk tale about the explaining the why of a feature of an elephant. So our cultures are full of this why thing, because children like to ask why this, why that. So that's a folk tale from the past. And then we're hoping this activity was planned for children in public schools, primary 2 to 5. And so we decided we wanted every child to participate, to be involved. So we made writing the future to be drawing the future. So at the end of reading the past, rather than write the past, we expect them to draw the future and then ask a question to an animal.
On behalf of our president, Dr. Maggie Ensign, I welcome all of you to this year's celebration of International Literacy Day. Like Dr. Maggie said, this year's event marks the 50th anniversary since its pronouncement in 1965. And since that time, a lot of progress have been recorded. According to UNESCO, there are about 775 million adults all over the world that lack basic literacy skills. About 60.7 children are out of school. And sub-Saharan Africa is rated the second lowest rate of illiteracy in the world after South and West Asia. Among the countries with the lowest literacy rates are African countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. And you can see a consistency you can see a trend and some kind of relationship between illiteracy, poverty, corruption, crime, and so on, which is what you find in most of these countries. Previous year's celebrations has themes like literacy and health, literacy and empowerment, literacy and peace, and that goes to underscore how important literacy is to the well-being of communities, individuals, and societies. So as we celebrate this year's event, I also want us to take a time to reflect and think of how we can continue to improve ourselves through education, and at the same time, think of ways we can impact those around us to learn how to read and write. And having said that, and on behalf of our president, Dr. Maggie Ensign, I officially declare this event open. Thank you.
The Z songs, every letter makes a song. The Z songs, the Z songs, the Z songs, every letter makes a song. The Z songs.
Literacy means a lot. These are children who, before we started our programs with them, were not in school. They were nothing about read and write. So for them, this exposure means a lot to them, a lot. You could see it on their faces. They're also excited because it's giving them some measure of confidence in themselves, giving them some boldness, and it really buttresses what one of the children in the new foundation told President Maggie, that she always says she runs with all the time, that education gives you the wings to fly, the voice to speak, and the power to fight. That is exactly what has happened to these children. Initially, when we had them, they were looking so timid, so withdrawn, because we brought them out from their little closets. But now these children are so bold. You talk to them, they will answer you boldly. They have a lot of confidence in themselves.
Education is the best for every human being.
I am a girl. I'm bold. I'm beautiful. I'm born to be great. I'm born to win. I believe in myself. I believe in my dreams.
Thank you, AUN. I am happy to be part of Literacy Day celebration. Thank you.
And some of them will even tell you, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to be a teacher, and so on. So it has really helped them.
Little boys and girls, what are we celebrating today? International Literacy Day celebration. This day is your day, children and youth. It says it is very important for you all to learn to read and write. It is very important for you to go to school. All this effort you see is just to encourage you to go to school, and when you are at school, to read your books very well, so that one day you can come up here and help your little sisters and brothers, and even your children, celebrate another International Literacy Day. Thank you very much.